I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is July 25th, Friday, 2025. Hope you had a good day, good week. So we talked about it being higher highs and higher lows. You got to watch. This is going to be a fire ass video. I'm just going to let you know right off the top. I'm going to go over real quick of yesterday because I didn't do it. I got family in town, so I'm making it early now so I can cut out. But been done since 11:30 since we rolled up here, up to here. But take a look. I made the video here and no, down here. And I said I wanted to see higher highs pop up. It doesn't take out that high on purpose. Then what did it do? It retraced. Retraced. That was 9:30 up here for us. We come down to that first imbalance of Monday. All right, we're using that and very, very high level area in the algorithms look back, right? So here you see us tagging down, we pop back up. We did that today now in Asia, right? We make a new high there, and then we retrace back again. So this is simple higher high, higher low coming back. You see it curving in a bullish scenario. I'm going to get into that. And then we take the buy here up into this area here for a minimum target. So that's very, very logical. And then if you take a look here yesterday real quick, I even go on a 1 minute for you. And you can see right here. You can see here we're coming down and we're making our way down. See that? So we made up. We didn't take out that first all-time high here over that sitting to the left. All right, that high right there. We see they didn't do that. They built it on purpose. That gives me more of a reason to keep going up. So they're getting sellers induced, right? And then we know the big picture is up. So that's why and this is the fourth day in a row that it's literally happened again and again. And I'm telling you the same thing. It's going to happen again. Even this morning in the comment section in the post, I said this morning it's going to rate a low, and then it's going to be a higher low after it's been rated. The lows here, it's going to rate, and then that makes that real higher low, and then it buys up. So we said that yesterday, right? And then you can see here, first initially that you don't need to see anything. Don't worry about it. Initially, we were using this as support blocks, right? But the thing is that when they're rushing up, they don't seal that opening range gap. This is yesterday, and they don't take out that high. They're building it, and they come back down for the final raid. This is hitting that Monday's first imbalance right here. See that? That's perfect in general speaking. And then in the trade, you'll see that this is the sell first, actually. But before I even get into this to the buy, when we were just up here, I was saying, and we're underneath that daily gap as well. Pay attention, and you can see this projection right here. This is that Monday's first imbalance. I'm selling down into it because I know we're up here and we're looking for a retrace back, dump and pump. I've been saying it like every damn day of this channel. You can see here how I get into this trade. This is very specific. This is a bearish imbalance, that one right there. See, this is a balanced price range. When I made a U like that, sharp, and it hit that, that's okay. Comes underneath, uses as a control of price. Got the candle, got the blue line on purpose. These are these three consecutive candles where the body is, right there. But you have this imbalance right here. Where's my entry? It's at that 50%. Look how we tag it, and then we sell down. Why are we selling down also? Look to the left. You have that simple liquidity right there. Plus, we want to get into a deeper area. Why? Because in general price action, if there's nothing on this fucking chart, that's a breakout area. See how the price made these higher highs out and then it shot through? Well, we want to come and wipe that out. This is exactly what we did first. Second, after, that's me getting out right here, okay? You got this, I'm being very specific. Oh, well, I made this circle at first with this sell because I had this gap right here. I had zero price action in that gap. Yes, I know there's liquidity, but I know a minimum is for it to come into here. I don't give a fuck if it goes up or down, doesn't matter. But I know we're coming here. So obviously we get to that area right there. But then we blow through. If it blows through, I'm going to start trailing it. Very simply, I'm looking for the liquidity in to get down here anyway. That's general speaking. Then that's that circle right there. You have these two down candles that comes up here. You see 3.5 to 4. We're trying to get up here when we're first buying. So 9:30 is up here. Okay, this fails on me. Yeah, I even take this trade, but then it comes against me. Okay, cool. What does it do? They're looking for one more rate. That was as simple as that. You can see the drives here. 1, 2, 3. They did this fuckery on purpose because they know you want to come up. They know you know the plan. And that's why they do the extra raid. And we are a part of that still strategy of understanding that logic, right? So, okay, it raids again, and this is where the entry is. I mean, I put this already in the tab, in the community post. But look where the logic is happening. It's happening right there. Initially, you can see that I have the projection here with this last move right here up, and then 3.5 to 4 is sitting here. Why am I also holding this? Because of that built, the fuckery that they look. You can see it on the 15-minute. This fuckery that they did right there. They doing that shit on purpose, but trying to be slick about the shit. But when we're holding this, look how it comes all the way up. Yes, high resistance, and at this point, I'm like, you should take it out. But I'm like, no. It's going to higher, low. It's going to come up into this literal area specifically. Okay, why did I highlight here? We had the 2 to 2.5, and also the easy sellers from here. You see the liquidity from the sellers. So now this is a minimum target for me coming up here. But I said, okay, now I'm going to let this roll because this is fucking 100% a reason why I always get you. And the old you will get mad that you didn't hold it because you knew it was going to raid that, right? So we let it fall back. It comes into this first imbalance here for today. This is yesterday I'm talking about still. You can see the bodies holding on that 15-minute. Yeah, it dips into that bullish imbalance right there. And that, and that bearish inversions, which is balanced price range in a sense. But I'm not highlighting that because I don't want too much in the chart. If you look at this 1 minute back over here, you'll see obviously I don't have to draw that for you to see that. But I'm leaving it like this because I already know that this is the ultimate decider. You see this right here. Look at this above it back. Yeah, shitting bricks right here at first when I was holding it, and you had these wicks. I'm like, man, you better get this fucking up close candle, and then boom, got it right there. That's a language. That's something I'm expecting to see. The actual candle, I'm expecting it to even print this way, right? And anyways, you see that bounce, and then look at this, beautiful. Why am I holding it still? Is because I understood this. So look what time is this reversal, by the way, 10:15. Not coincidence. I'm not just saying 10:15 only on the head, but just the logical time frame, because you'll stop a lot of bad trades if you understand candle closure. I say this all the time technically, but that candle right there, like the 15-minute, you want to see that close. You want to see that next one come in and dip. This is a tweezer bottom. Whatever. Very simply, with the candle closure will help you a lot. But anyways, you can see we rolled right up where to 115. I got it highlighted right down here. Can't even you can't even say that's not true. All right. And you see that's the 315 candle. Tell me why that was the high. I just squeezed up, and it's very difficult to actually get 100 points. So and today is an example of not me caring about trying to get the exact 100 points, even though I won 100 points. You'll see. But yeah, this is just super fire. And then you can see the speaker here. I got this pointed here as logical, and that's still there on my chart. So let's go take a look at it. And you can see the speaker here, right? I don't have the bottom drawn. I just have the top. You can see that. And then this is X marks the spot. By the way, we have the projection. We get to 2 to 2.5. See that? And if you can see, we dip right into it. This one, I was using it at first. I wanted to see what this matched up to. Almost by a hair, missed it, but that wasn't what I was needing. It was this one really. Also, what's this price area right here? This is sitting in 50% of this Asia 1 and 2 standard deviation negative. 50 is sitting in the middle. That is not coincidence. X marks the spot. Look at that little imbalance right there on the 15-minute. On the 5, I think there's 1, 2. And I'm just doing yesterday's review right now. Okay. So, but that's just the logic of this area, sweet spot. Again, I'm okay to take a loss here. I just know that they're minute, and I have the agenda that we're really facing here is to do this, right? So fucking fire. And they didn't seal that opening. They didn't seal it right there. That was on purpose. But yeah, whipbacks. Could this have been sells? Yeah, but I'm not selling here. Not when we're buying. So wait for a discount to come back down and buy the raid. And you can see there's an imbalance right here that the price pushed above and got right back into. Last 2 down candles, support, bam, right there. See that? So that's that. And then real quick, if you go to today, We pushed up here. I got done with the day, and then I didn't have to sit through all this. And then, as you know, then we made the new high. So once we did that, we're in a retracement, and I know 930 is down here. So that's a retracement. We already got the retracement. So what do? They open up and they raid this guy right here. And I know we're in this area here, right? And we also have the first imbalance from yesterday. Ultimately, you're gonna want to see it stay above, but it's gonna exceed outside of it. But you'll see this later. And then they wicked into down here, which is going to be, first they rated this, so I'm okay with taking this type of trade, but very, very difficult to catch. Then it pushed up to the 50%. Opening range gaps here. We have the daily for today's gap, and then I have, look at this very clearly, fire video. You can see I have this high right here highlighted, this little thin one. That's going to be over here. I have this green level. I have this target, and I have this as a max. Notice I don't have the all-time high, which is going to be from Asia today, drawn out. I don't have that drawn yet. This is just green from the 4 days ago's high. I will add it in the next trade. You'll see it. I didn't do it yet, but it'll make sense in a second. But point is I'm coming up here. Why? Because I know I'm taking out this breakout level right here. Low. You have a low, breakout, imbalance, liquidity. See that? Those three things are exactly what I'm looking to target. What's right there? The opening range gap settlement. Oh, from yesterday. And that's today's gap. Oh, I'm circling it. Oh, what do I have here? I have the projection of just the candle itself. This is a refined. And on the left side, which is right here, you can see me highlighting the entire range. Okay, and I think I just did the bodies here, though. Okay, because there's three big candles down, right? So there's two projections on the side of each other. See that? Watch this. So I'm fire, buddy, right here. And then I have this next one here. Why right here? 3.5 to 4. Why also? Because of that fucking liquidity equal highs right here that they built right here. What's above that? Imbalance. What's the next level? That breakout level. So that's what this whole circle is predicting right here, right? The whole thing, right? And then what's above here? I have the midnight level up there. See how it's by itself, the midnight level? Even if you didn't have that, our goal is to still make a new high. But these are very specific areas. So I'm going to be done with these levels in a way, right? But, and then what's that low here? What's that high here in the green? That's that high over there. Okay. And then I will draw a new one here. So what am I doing here? Well, I hit this and I'm like, I'm good. We pulled back into the bottom 25% right here. You can see, by the way, each down candle respecting imbalance right there and clicking in right there. If you drag this one out, it'll hit that. And then what am I doing? Wait until we tag that bitch. And in this picture, we tag it right there. Okay? Literally. And then my goal is to show you, oh, by the way, down here is this 5-minute down candle. Very hard to see if you're wondering how far it goes down, which is going to be here. You'll see right there. So look at this last down candle over here. This is from yesterday. So you're wondering where when I'm taking the sell as well, and we had some drives coming down and I still caught this. Well, I understand there's an imbalance here and I understand there's liquidity here. We raid that. They keep extending. So you wait for, you're also waiting with this 1 minute down candle to close. But I know that once we already tagged this down candle over here on the 5 minute, and this is another down candle on the 5 minute. So notice that this body is, I'm dragging that out and it misses a hair from the wick, but the inside the body is or at the open level is where you want to get pretty much filled. That's what that is. I'm showing it says 5 minute right there. That's so you can understand it. That's from yesterday. All right. So I use that. And then here you'll see that it's that 1 minute down candle closed, and then the next one, oh, this is a 5 minute. My bad. Right? Oh yeah. Tripping. Yeah, you can see that down candle right there. See that? So close. Then that opens. This is me hitting it. Anyways, beautiful. So pushing up high. Once we get a dump and a pump in the bigger sense, when we start to get the pump, I want to see higher highs and higher lows. So this is me pushing up, and we're getting that structure up. So you can see me fucking getting right into that area beautifully. All right, now to the left here, we got the 1 and 1.5. But more importantly, it's just this area I know we want to tag, right? So I'm in that level and that high. So then we'll go and show you that. Take a look. Very, very fucking specific here. And then you can see once we tagged it here, I already got out. That's just show you I got out of the trade. And then I'm now entering here. Why am I entering here? Because we're above that daily gap and the settlement. And we're looking to push up and expand for a new high. Now you see me drawing the dark green up top. And I made this now a lighter green. Notice how that's that circle that I've got highlighted from before. That's before we got there. Now, before we got there, what did we do here? They fucking did this manipulation candle so bogus. They whipped it up so fast and they didn't hit my area. And I would have, if this was a normal candle coming up, talking about this wick, if it was a normal candle, I would have squeezed it. It was a blink of an eye. I couldn't even do it. What did they do? They shot it back down. This is called time distortion. This is trying to fucking piss you off and scare you. But anyways, then they come right back over here, right back. All right. You can see the entry where we are here. And then where am I going with this? Where am I going with this? I'm going right to my spot that I mentioned as a last resort and saying done. I'm very clear about what I'm doing here, right? And I'm squeezing it up. This is me. I already caught this from here to here. And then if you add this from here to here, I already got reached up here. Right? But this is me not trying to fuck around and find out. I'm managing the trade and I'm securing the profits as I go. And I'm expecting these higher lows. You're like, why? Maybe if it came in here. Yeah, it did. And guess what? If it would have came any lower, I would have, that day would have already been done. It would have been done for sure. It's Friday. And because it's Friday, okay? That's the main reason of this conversation. Oh, and before I even go forward, look at this fire here. You can see that initially with the 20 to 40%, it's for it to retrace back into today's Friday. I would have said that yesterday in the video, but I didn't make the video. And guess what? When we made that all-time high in Asia today, we retraced back into 20 to 40. So I already also knew that we did that. And what does that mean to me? That it means that it's still going to be an expansion. And we can possibly see a retrace back in the PM session, which I'm making it now, or at the very late end PM session, or it doesn't happen at all. Just, it doesn't have to. Just saying logically. So you can see us dipping right into it right here. See that? Now, if I made this higher, I mean, you know, then now we're discussing this. This is the week range as of now. I'm not saying that it's going to come back in here, but shit, it could. It's a, you know, this is anyone holding the bag and they want to flush it. So, you know, very fire. That's a side note. And then, as you see here, back to what I was saying, taking the trade and I need to do it quickly because this shit is bogus and could whip on me. And I'm tired of actually making screenshots for people because, you know, I don't get my perfect situations, but whatever. I'm being very clear here though, and fired. And you have to be done. Now, do I want to sit and hold and look what it does after that? Look what it did. Look what it came right to my spot. And this is exactly what I meant before what I just said is why I'm taking that picture fucking early. It whips and and look how it whipped right into my fucking spot and retraces back. Sorry for cursing. I don't mean to curse a lot like that, but it's just, I'm excited too at the same time as fire. But this is just a very simple structure of this. If you take a look at this real quick, and then, by the way, after we do that, we retrace another higher low, and then it expands right through my spot. And then you can see the big projection that I have here. Here's that 1 and 1.5 that we were getting into. And then here's the 2 to 2.5 right here. Oh, look how we went right to it. Beautiful. Oh, and also from yesterday's projection, if you do that, because since that was lower than that, I also have this here, down here, this projection. I made it here in the picture in the trade that I just showed you from Friday that I took. I had the projection right here. I just got done telling you that in the beginning, but now current moment I have it here with the consecutive 3 down candles. And then if you look up here, here's 3.5 to 4. All right, that's from yesterday. Look here. Oh shit. Look at it. First of all, that's that area of my speaker, right? And that's it doesn't have to be perfect, but you see it. And that I drew that yesterday, and I just left it there for fun. But look at the 3.5 here. See the 3.5? Oh, buddy, that's by the tick, huh? That's by the damn tick, baby. Is that by the tick? Come on, baby. But I'm not involved. I'm already chilling. Weekend started. Take a look at his 3.5. Look to the right. Boy, quit playing. You see that? Think. So, even me trying to screenshot that, I'd be pissed because I might not be able to, by the time I get it, it'll be down here. That's fire, bro. This is something I'm being very specific here. And then it blew through. So, level here, and then the high, all-time high right there. Just fire, we push up, and then these are all just bull flags all the way up, man. Come on, man. And then dollar, whatever. I'm gonna just move forward. You had higher lows here with S&P here, higher lows, okay, and then over here, you had Dow, you had Nas with lower lows, right? Then you had another higher low here, and then you had lower lows here. See that? And then right here with Dow, you can see that we switched. There were now higher lows up, and then this was just a lower low. But fire. And then we talked about yesterday or the day before even pushing up, and then Dow for 2 days has retrace, so structurally pushed up. Now it was in a retrace, and then it bought today, right? After rating, logical, bullish, simple flow, right? You should already see this stuff. And then another bullish day for Friday. And the beautiful part about today, what's funny is that I was mentioning that while I was trading, I was like, I know I could have held this and blew through more, because it's Friday, and I haven't seen a Friday push off in a very long time. And sure enough, that's what we did today. But what was I doing here? I was keeping it simple. I was also taking low-hanging fruit. I was also not being greedy. I was also being very fair. I was also managing the trade. I was also making sure that I did what I came to do here today, right? And it's just simple as that. The game plan, it was mentioned, it's the same game plan every day. So I think I don't think I could say more than that. And then the majors were kind of pushing up a little bit, but they keep fucking around here. But as I mentioned 2 days ago while we were here, I said they're gonna come up higher and get this liquidity, and we have done that. So week is done, and then also after that, with the macro level, we understand that we're melting up slowly still. So you're going to get punished if you keep trying to sell. So you're following the logical expansion and retracements, and that's pretty much it until otherwise shown different. And then other than that, what else can I say? What else can I say? So a lot of fear that it's going to come down, and then a lot of greed that it's pushing it up. So we know that they want to build a premium. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. They're coming higher than the all-time high because they want to build a new premium up. We're also almost hitting that 500 level. That's funny. That big figure. I talked about that twice in the last however long. But anyways, the point is that until a rate cut and the interest exceeds the debt ratio, where for the fact that they cut the interest rates, we have a high GDP and we have a lot of high interest. We also have a lot of debt. We also have a lot of debt out there, and because of there's debt, that's gonna make the shit crash because of the fact that it's just on borrowed money. So value is just going to be decreasing. So in the fundamental sense, but in the technical sense, we understand that it's just going to be higher highs and higher lows pushing up until they're going to get to that time where it's enough, and then they're going to come back down here for liquidity. I mean, eventually I would like to say this, but it looks like it's going to be more this area first. But we'll see. But yeah, I mean, keeping it simple and that is very key, and just following that simple game plan. That's why I've never been hurt trying to constantly sell these. The old me would have been trying to do that, and instead I have bend my will to saying I'm going to just keep buying the higher lows after raids, and just the chart will tell you that, right? So right here we're in this range here. I think we're still expanding in the range, and let's just say, I don't know if we close today or if we gap up. We might gap up, and then we come higher, and then we've made a new high, and now we retrace, and then we come back up for another higher low to higher high. And if it doesn't come up here and this is it, maybe we'll retrace again. Maybe we come here, we retrace again to then pop up, or we don't retrace any farther. We're just going to do something simple. So and then continue the next bullish candle. I said for the week, I wanted to see the week of the bullish candle. If you were watching the actual candle, when we were down here and we popped up on the daily, you can see here that we've already jumped into here. That was on Tuesday on that bullish, and then we came right back in. Thursday we dipped into this down candle, and then we opened up today and we squeezed a lot of that liquidity inside that down candle. If you look at the open there and drag it out, that will also be a factor. You're also sitting into this 1 hour imbalance right here. See that? It's sitting inside it. Extra tidbit. And then it closed above. It's only 2 o'clock, but I'm pretty sure, I'm assuming that it will. We'll see, but I gotta go. And I just wanted to make sure I made the video. I feel good about doing it. I know I didn't make one yesterday, and bro, we've been calling this every day, bro. Just very, very super fire, and I'm proud of myself for just keeping it simple too, because it alleviates so much bullshit, and just keeps your trading simple. And now we're up here on Friday, so I mean, I'm not even involved. Why would anybody want to be involved? Why would anybody want to be trading after this? Or even here. It's like, why do you want to stick around? I don't give a fuck if this thing flies out. It's gonna go without me. I don't need to be a part of it, right? That's pretty smooth. All right, you guys take care. God bless.